The Industrial Revolution was a major event in the 18th and 19th centuries, now known as the First Industrial Revolution. This change was the transition from handcrafted goods to machine-crafted goods. It occurred mainly in Europe and the United States of America. New processes were developed during this time, including new chemical manufacturing, iron production, and the increasing use of water and steam power to fuel new mechanized factory systems. This had a massive effect on human society, as these new methods of production led to an unprecedented rise in the population and massive changes to the lifestyle of people around the world, especially in the countries where the Industrial Revolution occurred. The Industrial Revolution created a turning point in history where living conditions improved, average income increased, and, nowadays, every aspect of our life was changed by this point in our international past. Many economic historians argue that the Industrial Revolution was the most important thing in human history since the domestication of animals. But now we will look at how it all began in Britain and the effects felt through society and the economy. The Industrial Revolution began in Great Britain, and many of the new technological developments were of British origin. By the mid-18th century, Britain was the leading global commercial nation, with a widespread empire to fuel trade with the rest of the world. Colonies in North America and in Africa, as well as major political presences in other parts of the world such as the Indian subcontinent, created the perfect base to start a new commercial empire, trading with nations from around the world. The development of trade and new opportunities due to the empire are thought to be key causes of the Industrial Revolution. The effects of the Industrial Revolution had a major impact on different sectors of the economy and the manufacturing processes of the UK. In 1750, the British textile industry imported £2.5 million of raw cotton, most of which was spun and woven by hand in workers' homes. In 1778, just 28 years later, raw cotton being imported had reached £22 million, and most of that was spun and weaved by using machines. In 1800, the number reached £52 million of raw cotton, and by 1850, that had reached £588 million. This rapid growth was unheard of, and this boosted the economy and the global cotton industry, creating major changes to wages in Britain due to this huge increase in production. This changed the lives of many families, as now they could afford new luxuries that were previously unreachable. And it was not just the cotton industry. The British iron industry boomed. Coke cast iron grew from producing 400 tons per year in 1720 to 250,000 tons by 1806. This helped Britain stop importing cast iron to exporting thousands of tons per year. Steam power also grew rapidly over the decades. In 1800, Britain had an estimated 10,000 horsepower being supplied by the use of steam, but by 1815, that number had reached 210,000 horsepower, a massive jump. Also, certain chemical production methods were improved, and the output increased by tenfold. Cement was invented by Joseph Aspdin in 1824 by using new machinery that had only been invented due to the Industrial Revolution. Gas lighting was established in London in the early 19th century. This allowed businesses and factories to stay open for longer, as now no candles were needed. The nightlife of cities and towns flourished, as larger areas could be lit better than ever before. A new method of producing glass was born. This created larger pieces of glass in a single sheet. This benefited buildings, as now they were lighter and new architecture could evolve with more glass being available to use. A machine for creating continuous lines of paper was patented in 1798 by Nicholas Robert. This paper-making device is still the main machine used nowadays to produce paper, however with many variations and additions over the years. However, a truly life-changing transformation was happening elsewhere. The British Agricultural Revolution is thought to be one of the main causes of the Industrial Revolution. People began moving away from agriculture due to improved productivity and were free to move into other sectors of the economy. But the food being produced in Europe was in decline. Food per capita was either stagnant or falling in different countries around Europe, as each nation had a growing population to feed. So new machinery was invented to help improve agricultural productivity to feed the increasing population. In 1701, an English lawyer invented a seed drill that improved the process of placing seeds into the ground. It was expensive and not very reliable, but it led the way for more complex and cheaper machinery. By the mid-18th century, good quality seed drills were being manufactured on a commercial level. Other new designs and inventions improved output of farms and all agricultural businesses. Inventions such as the combine harvester and the mass production of reapers. This prevented many people passing away, as families were now able to purchase more food. Mining grew rapidly in Britain as well. The use of steam engines allowed mines to reach deeper levels and therefore increase output. As years passed, new, more cheaper, fuel-efficient and effective engines were introduced into the mining world, and now mines were able to be a lot more profitable than ever before. The invention of the safety lamp in 1816 by Sir Humphrey Davy highlighted the benefits that a good invention could bring to the world. It was thought that this new source of light would help prevent accidents in the mines. However, it just made people more complacent, and the feeble light the safety lamp produced was not enough to change lives. But this was just the beginning of a new world. A new world that was the basis of this current world. New transportation methods, the water wheel, concrete, the improving standard of living, better nutrition, more housing, better sanitation, more reliable water supply, improved literacy, and the changing of the social structure were all major changes brought on by the huge impact of the Industrial Revolution in Britain. And that was an overview of the beginnings of the Industrial Revolution in Britain. Please subscribe and comment if you like this video and would like more about the Industrial Revolution in the rest of the world. Remember, always be up to date with history with the History Scholar. Thanks for watching.